Welcome back, everybody. It's me, Kitsune Sai,
And me, Jamie Shadow 9.
and we're the Nerd Guys.
Nerd Guys Podcast. Let's
Podcast,
go.
podcast.
Alright, so what do we got for our lovely friends today?
Oh, I know, and you know, but they don't know. Hint, it's a little blue guy in a video game, and I've been streaming it.
Yeah, if you have not been watching Kitsune Sai's channel, whether it be YouTube or Twitch, you might want to change that.
I was about to say the sneaky links.
The sneaky links.
Yeah, so today we are going to be talking about Mr. Rockman, aka Megaman.
Megaman.
Yep. It's time to jack in Megaman EXE. Jamie, would you like to do the honors of the history or the next section?
I can start with our history. We can, or go back and forth. But it doesn't matter. But,
All right, well, free flow.
Free
Do it now.
What now?
Do it now.
So our little
Talk about
blue
Mega
bomber-
Man now.
Do it now! Oh my god, I miss Princess Vegeta.
Princess Vegeta.
Princess Vegeta. Our little blue bomber was created, if you will, by Akira Kitamura with original artwork from Kenji Inafune. That's really cool.
I think that is awesome because looking that up, you actually see that the designs were originally like manga designs.
Mm-hmm.
So
The inspiration for Mega Man came from like tokusatsu. So,
which, if you didn't know, we did a couple shows in season 1 about that. So check that out on the YouTube.
Yeah, so
at Nerd Guys Podcast. Yeah, promos for everybody that says promos. Instead of we're bikers. Promos.
I'm gonna make it we're bikers command and just be like promos.
But yeah, we did an episode about that previously in season 1. So if you're interested in tokusatsu and more about that, check it out in the season 1 playlist of the Nerd Guys Podcast YouTube channel. It'll give you a better understanding about what's going on.
And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and ring that notification bell.
Yo, I'm sorry. Side story. So, I'm in the Discord with my cousins, and it's mad funny. We play Destiny together. And we have been joking and trolling each other, saying like, comment, and subscribe, and ring that notification bell for the past 2-3 months. Just because it's hilarious that every YouTuber says it.
You want to know why? It's because YouTube is really
Epsy,
pushing...
I play Destiny 2 pretty heavy. What's up?
Epsy!
Mr. Off-Brand Pepsi.
YouTube is really like telling people that to remind their viewers.
Right, so if you didn't remember, like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Ring that notification bell so you never miss an upload. And subscribe to the channel. It's free.
I don't want to get too hard off into a tangent. But, like, the reason why YouTubers do this is because they want their videos to go viral. I mean...
we want to be on the trending page, so run the likes up on this.
You know, it's very... How do I put it? It's very straightforward. But that doesn't mean that we don't... You know?
Exactly.
We want you to be able to like and comment so we can interact. And we want you to ring the notification bell so you come back.
So one last time, like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that notification. No, let me stop playing.
Bro, oh my god.
All right,
It's like, "Oh my god, I got it."
back back to the history. So the game was released in 1987. It was originally released on the NES. So for those of you who don't know, the Nintendo Entertainment System. It
And the most popular system at the time.
Yes, because Nintendo was just like, wow. Atari was like, oh man, this is the best console ever. The little joystick in the I was about to say in the computer and the TV, and Nintendo was like, hold my beer. Made a whole console in color. The
Yeah,
in color part is the most important part. 16
absolutely.
bit with the glove that could control. No, we stop playing.
Oh my god. I think you're gonna give people trauma from Mario Party.
Oh man. But yes, it was originally released on the Nintendo Entertainment System and it would be re-released in 1999 for the Sony PlayStation, the arguably better console. Don't at
Yeah,
me. Don't at
yeah.
me. Until Nintendo
Listen,
does something with the Switch, don't at me.
I love Nintendo, but there have been times
They
where
gonna
I'm
blacklist
like,
this video.
"Bro, listen, Nintendo gets in their own episode where there's gonna be a bunch of they gotta understand."
Oh my gosh. Yes, Epsy, we get it. PC is best. PC is king for right now until the next PlayStation becomes a PC.
Oh my god, bruh.
It'll be Sony free game, PlayStation gaming, PCs. Boom.
Wait, you say that, but then they'll make a Pro and a Slim version,
Yeah, that's
you
fine.
know?
And they'll just keep making them. So
Yeah, Sony, the next, Apple.
nah, they've already been Apple. As soon as the PS2 Pro came out and the PS2 Slim, they knew they had a hit on their hands.
Bro, oh my
That's
god.
another topic for another episode.
But yeah, I love playing Mega Man on any system, to be honest, but, like, sometimes, you know, playing it on, like,
Like,
the
comment, and subscribe.
oh my god.
Yeah, so if you forget, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Bro,
I can't even keep it up.
I
It's going people gonna click away. I'm just saying it don't matter. It is what it is.
you know what the funniest thing about that is that he was calling me, and I didn't answer the phone, and I was like, "Bro, what are you doing?"
He was calling you to
And
say like, comment, and subscribe.
I swear.
The funny thing is, we found out that no one actually liked the first couple of games box art. Like
Yeah.
the box art was pretty ugly and no one was really feeling it. Hold on, wait,
I
I'm
guess it's be
looking up the box art. Uh Chat, you get primary see, this is the thing that you get when you watch the raw unedited stuff on Twitch. So the box art, I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty fugly. Oh no.
yeah, it's very
It's hilarious on my channel, like on the Twitch, like my stream, I just added a scene and then instead of editing the scene like I wanted to, oh wait, yeah, no, yeah, trying to edit the scene, it was like, hey, we're just gonna take you to a blank screen, and then I saw it go to the blank screen. I'm like, oh no. And I'm like, that's fine.
yeah, it's very eh, very I don't even know.
Yeah. So for everybody watching, here you go. This is what the Mega Man 1 box art actually looked like. It was kinda kinda fugly. This one obviously looks a little bit better, but I still think it's interesting that it was named Rockman and, the whole premise of, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say like they did this thing where they wanted to have rock, paper, and scissors,
Shoot,
and rock being Rockman, um, paper. I don't remember who paper is, but then scissors is Cutman.
Paper was Paperman, bro. Like
Paper Man, bro. Us.
Paperman.
Oh my god, opera is not our sponsor.
Oh man, we're not even going to go there.
It's Paper Man,
This is the most interesting fact. Mega Man has been featured in about 50 games.
which is insane.
It is like Mega Man has had such a staple that he's been featured in a bunch of different games. And another fun fact. So, fun facts with Kitsune Sai. I hope some of my cousins are listening because they get on me about that. Fun fact:
Mm.
that was a nickname when I was younger. One of my cousins gave me the nickname Fun Facts. So
Oh,
I'm doxing myself. It's okay.
eh, okay.
Um, the Mega Man creator actually created a spin-off game which was like Mega Man. For those of you who remember, I don't remember what that
Oh,
game was called, but
oh, I know what it is. That's Mighty Number 9.
yes,
Yes, that's Mighty Number 9. Because he very much, well, allegedly, he got very frustrated with what was going on in Capcom at the time when it came to Mega Man. So he went off on his own and basically made Mighty Number 9, which is basically Mega Man.
yep. Which I thought was pretty cool because I was like, yes, Capcom's actually, or I'm sorry, Mega Man's returning. It's sort of like a reboot series, but it wasn't. Like,
Hey, Andrew.
and this is like one of those. This is like one of those things where it's like, to quote Logic, who really cares about the leak when you have the well? Like, if
Yeah,
you
exactly.
made the character and you have more in store for that character, yeah, it's gonna suck trying to build the brand, but you know, just do it. Go for it. Because Capcom, for what it is, they're kind of missing out on a lot of things. Like, we'll get into that more, but like, bruh, they're missing out on a lot of good opportunity, especially with new people playing this game.
I will just drop this and we'll move on, but remakes because
Yeah.
Sega recently was like, let's bring back a bunch of old IPs. So your Jet Set Radios, your Crazy
Yo, for
Taxis, your
real.
Shinobis, all that. And they were like, we can bring that to the modern age and throw it out there for everybody. And I'm like,
Bro,
this is
for
exactly what
real.
the gaming industry needed was a shot in the arm with some of the stuff that um some of those games from back in the day. And like what's even more cool about this is like there are games like let's say Jet Set Radio. It's a
I will be buying that.
um
I will be buying it and I will be playing it because I've never played Jet Set Radio before.
I'm also getting Jet Set. um I forget the
Persona,
it's like
Persona 3 remake. I
yes.
am I am so hyped about this because Jamie is such a fan of this franchise that I'm like I want to give it a try, but I want to be able to play it in order.
Yeah, that's another one that it gives a shot in the arm because for me, when it comes to video gaming, it's all about like the moment and the story and the characters. And if I'm able to get so much, think about like Final Fantasy VII when it first came out. Everybody and their mom loved the Final Fantasy VII cast and their characters and story and how you know stuff and like how messed up Shinra was.
I had an OG fan tell me they were kind of upset with that game because they didn't just put it all in one game like they have
But
in the past, but it's okay.
for me, I'm like, I mean, originally, games like that and back in the day were like multiple discs.
Bruh,
So
they bought
like,
Samba back. They bought they're
yeah,
trying to bring Sonic the Hedgehog back.
yeah,
They're legit. I'm sorry. They like Capcom. Capcom knows. I feel like because they brought back Resident Evil 4,
hmm yep.
and I was playing through. I haven't finished it, but story of my life. I was playing Resident Evil 4 personally, and I was having so much fun. Jamie can tell you, I was losing my mind playing this game because I hadn't seen it played since the GameCube. That was the last time I saw that game played.
And for me, it was a very good experience because I love Resi 4. I have a friend of mine who sometimes he would come over and we would play Resi 2 together and I would just watch him play it. I love the story of Resi 2 and how it's such a it's not like anything too different from what Resi already does, but that I think that's the magic. That's the magic of Resi 4. So like getting to see it being played again, with current updated graphics and models and the voice acting and all that other stuff. Like that's why I say like the shot in the arm is so good because it reminds you how good the games were originally, but now you get to play them in the future with better everything, quality of life changes.
Graphics, controls, everything,
Yeah,
processing speed, everything. Still waiting
everything
on
gets
the
improved.
next installation of Devil May Cry. I'm still waiting on DMC 6, but it's neither here nor
Yeah,
there because again, haven't finished DMC 5. But yeah, it is what it
yeah.
is.
I, maybe for stream, maybe for stream.
Maybe no, definitely for stream. I will be playing it for stream. Don't know when, but Resident Evil 5 is definitely on stream docket.
But yeah, that's one of the things that like Capcom really needs to, look at the market because like that's what I feel like Sega did. Sega took a look at the market and was like, every other company or almost every other company is doing remakes and they're very popular. Nintendo is one of the main people that does remakes of stuff.
Yep. As soon
Um,
as they pull Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby out of their back pockets, it was a certified smash hit. Everyone knows that after about 10 years, you can recycle something old and make it new again and re-release it. Like, don't get me wrong, I like what Capcom is doing. They
yeah,
gave us the Battle Network series, the Mega Man series, like 1 through 10, or I'm sorry, 1 through 11, and a bunch of other supplementary games. Like they ported them. They didn't remake them except for 11.
yeah,
11 was brand new, but that kind of like was overshadowed by like Game Freak doing things with Pokemon by remaking and remastering these games.
yeah, yeah. I was gonna say because like Mega Man 11 came out and I think like Pokemon Sword and Shield was out at the time or something to that effect, and to me, I'm like, well, who's gonna I'm not saying that no one's not gonna play Megaman. But like, if you're a Pokemon fan and a Mega Man, you're probably gonna choose Sword and Shield.
Again, Capcom. Hey, look, Mega Man 11, Game Freak. Hold my beer.
Yeah, but like that's something that we could talk about like in a different episode. But I definitely wanted to drop that there because I'm like, that's just kind of the secret sauce is like being able to reuse old things, but then also you can make new games out of the older concepts. And like all of the stuff that seemed to be like either impossible or whatever may change now that we have you know more modern things to work with.
Exactly. Case in point, I have been rewatching the Star Wars franchise, like in chronological order with Nix. And to everyone that has been complaining about all the other movies being cash grabs, I'm telling you right now, unpopular opinion, it's just like this. If you watch it in order chronologically for the first time, it makes sense and it makes the series better. George Lucas and the Star Wars team took old movies and made prequels and post movies using newer technology after the original was made. And to me, unpopular opinion, it made it better. You get a holistic view of the universe and its world building. That's what I like when game companies do. And it would be so cool if the Mega Man franchise was actually able to do this. Like, for instance, I've been playing through Battle Network. It
uh
has what, six, 7 games?
six main games and two side games or something like that, something to that effect. There's a
Yeah.
couple.
But it'd be so cool if Capcom actually released this entire collection so you can play through all of them and then they go, "Hey, everybody, guess what? We have a brand new battle network that has updated mechanics where like like free roam run around the internet cuz
Mhm.
I'd squeal if it was free roam run around the internet and the battle system was like I don't want to say hack and slash, but like a running gun type of thing instead of the grid pattern because we don't really have consoles like the Nintendo DS anymore. Like Nintendo's handheld system is now also a home console, so they could potentially make something that would be more fun running gun like the other Mega Man games in the franchises.
And like for those of you who are worried about like how the battle cards could be, I would just suggest something um like how card games are where you play the card and like instead of it being oh, what am I talking about? Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts, the command board. Right there, just do that.
Yup. Plus, it'd be cool to build on the world because we're living in 2024. There's a bunch of new technology out now that wasn't out back then, mainly smartphones. So like, or smart devices. So you'd be able to have a PET 2, if you
Mhm.
will, or have the PET evolve or have like Land's dad make a new version of the PET or some new character make a new version. Like it would be like it's so much room for ideas. Yo Capcom, hire us. Hire
Just
us. We
saying.
got you. We got you with the
We got
ideas.
you.
All right.
But yeah, Mega would feature in 7 different series, as we've been talking about, and, one of them is a spin I mean, depending on how you know, take it, like, all the other ones that aren't the original series are spinoffs, but, like, one, I guess, official spinoff, which is Mega Man and Bass for the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah. There were a bunch of spin-off games, but Yeah, like Jamie was saying, it depends on how you look at it. Mans was in everything from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, where he made his debut in like a non Mega Man game, to like Jamie said, Mega Man and Base. Um, bruh, he was in so many different titles. Like just to rattle a couple off, you have the
Megaman, Marvel vs. Capcom.
yeah, uh, you have the original series, Mega Man 1 through 11. You have Mega Man X, you have Mega Man Legends, Mega Man Battle Network, Mega Man Zero. Well, no. Yeah, he was technically in Zero.
Yeah, yeah, he is in Zero.
And ZX, the collection, Mega Man Star Force. Like Jamie said, Mega Man and Base. Yes, I have a list and I'm going to rattle all of them off. Street Fighter Cross Mega Man. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Me neither.
Mega Man Battle and Chase, which was a racing game. A freaking racing game with Mega Man characters. Like, why don't we have more of this stuff today?
That's what I want to know
It's
because
probably because Sega
I would
All
love
Star
that,
Racing bombed, but Diddy Kong
bro.
Racing 2024.
Yo, I want it so bad. Listen, I wanted it so bad that I wanted Diddy Kong Racing Stage in the Mario Kart DLC. I'm not
Yes, we will not
because it.
rest.
Listen, we need Diddy Kong Racing back.
Yes,
It needs to happen.
yes. Mega Man also would be featured in a title, Mega Man Soccer, which is interesting
Mhm.
because what other character do we know that has sports games that are spin-offs?
Mario.
Hmm. So I'd have to do digging. I don't want to say that it kind of gave them the blueprint for Mario, but maybe it did. Maybe it took it, or I'm sorry, maybe it adopted it. Maybe it gave the blueprint. The world may never know. It depends on what game came out first.
Also, like I know that Mario Super Sluggers or whatever it is, the newest.
Such a good game.
No, not that. Not Super Sluggers. I'm sorry.
Oh,
The Strikers Charge. There we go. That
yeah.
I know that
Yeah.
didn't do very good because it was kind of a half-baked Mario sports title.
And it wasn't
But
on GameCube or Wii.
but if you did a crossover where it's like Mega Man, Sonic, Mario, and some other characters, I'm just saying that would be cool. I'd play it.
Yep. With some good specials. It would be the Super
Mhm.
Smash Bros. Of sports games. Free game,
Yeah.
Nintendo.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
The amount of
I'd
money that
play it.
game would have to make would be
Basically,
uncanny.
it's Smash Bros, but for soccer.
Exactly.
Just
No, Smash Bros, but for sports games. Because if they do it once, they could do it for any other sport.
listen, bring back Mario Hoops and make Smash. You could call it Smash Bro Hoops, and I'd play it.
Yup.
I am not joking. I loved Mario Hoops 3-on-3.
And it could
That
be
was
made
my
by 2K.
John. Oh, no,
Oh
maybe
man.
not. No,
All right.
no.
The last game, and this one was a shocker. This is just the last in our list. Was Mega Man the Power Battle for the Grid? No, I'm sorry, JK. It is just called Mega Man: The Power Battle. It was an arcade style fighting game, which I I thought that was again interesting because the like that game and Mega Man Cross Street Fighter were out long before the whole Smash Bros run, which is interesting because they were pushing the boundaries and taking their characters out of the norm and putting them in like a different environment for different gameplay styles. Like I'd I'd personally, since I'm I want to give that nugget so bad, but I'm gonna wait until the end of the stream when we do that portion. I'd personally like a newer game where the navies can actually evolve from experience.
Oh, Don't don't. Oh my god.
So, but
Because
that's because
like,
'cause I'm a Pokemon fan and a Digimon fan.
well, here's something to add to your thing. Like Mega Man Star Force is basically, like Battle Network. It has a lot of the same thing, battle chips and but instead of like net navies, it's EM wave. Um uh and for me, I would love something like that because it gives that like Pokemon, Digimon, also like Neopets type of feel, and like Mega Man fits in all of those categories. So to be able to have like your own net navi and it evolves and whatever.
I'd have Guts Man.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. I'd have again, can't give you that nugget until the end.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. 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 But I guess. Well, yeah. Well, we can move on. I was going to touch on another series, but I'm like, yeah, it's fine. We have a lot more episodes that we can talk more about Mega Man more. But
yes,
the
yes.
other types of media that a Mega Man has been in has been TV shows, and there's the original Mega Man TV show
So much
th-
fun.
that aired September 94 and ran until January 19th, 1996.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a little sad because it wasn't well, it was able to do pretty good, but it may not be, fondly remembered just because, 9/11.
Yeah.
Eh. And even though like the 9/11 event wouldn't take place until like a couple years later, you know.
You're not just gonna be like, oh hey, today commemorates the X amount of decades or years that Mega Man first aired on television.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least not in the
Yeah.
US here. Maybe in
Yeah.
Japan. Maybe in Japan they celebrate it. I can probably almost guarantee they maybe celebrate it, but
Yeah, most likely.
most likely. Either that or they celebrate the character, you know. Yeah. You also had Mega Man Net Warriors, which, ran from 2002 to 2005.
This was such a good show. This
Yeah.
is such a good show. And the thing about it is it made Lan and cool. And like in a way, he's more dopier in the game than he is in the
Yes.
series, which is so weird.
Yes. At least in the dubbed version because like I remember watching it. Like watching that show and playing the Battle Network series, I'm like, bro, why does Lan seem way more childish in the game than he did in the anime?
Like I think it's by like season 2. Yeah, by season 2, he already has the sense of responsibility at battle. And I'm like, "Oh." And like, some people are like, "Oh, that makes sense cuz tests and all that other stuff to become an official net battler." But I'm like, "No, no, you don't understand. In the first season, he wasn't even as childish."
Exactly, because he knew he wanted to be a battler. So you know what? Maybe we should just chalk that up to TV writing, where they have to kind of make everything go along a little bit faster.
Yeah, yeah.
So like
And I
they condense things.
and I appreciate that. But I think the best thing that comes out of it, you also get the interactions of characters like World 3. They were basically Team Rocket, but for Mega Man.
Yeah, every anime has their own Team Rocket.
Yeah, yeah, basically. Just
Shout out to the
the
gospel gangsters.
oh Oh my god. Gospel. What a lovely group.
You also
And then
had I'm sorry,
go
go ahead.
ahead. Mega Man Fully Charge, which ran from 2018 to 2019. And, fun fact is this is a full series with 52 episodes.
I didn't even know the series existed.
Neither did I.
That's the whole thing.
But it's chibi. Um,
It looks like
it's
a
very
kid show, like a
yeah,
Disney Junior show or a Nick Junior show, if you're that old. It looks like Coco Melon. There you go.
yeah. It's yeah, it's very interesting. But
Hun-
yeah, it did very well for it to get 52 episodes. So like, you don't see me complaining.
Eh. All right. We've talked about a bunch of Mega Man stuff, but the main thing that we haven't talked about is his actual origin story.
Mhm.
So, this is going to be a condensed version. There are plenty of media outlets online that have gone way more in depth, but just know this is not the full story and it's summarized.
Yeah, for our viewers, this is the too long didn't read version.
Exactly. This is the Cliff Notes version. For those of you who remember Cliff Notes.
Oh my god.
As already discussed, Mega Man's journey began in 1987. In the 20th century, two scientists would set out to change the world. One, Dr. Light, and one, Dr. Wily. Dr. Light, as the name implies, set out to change the world by using technology to improve mankind. He started by creating robots and eventually moved on to making them more human like by giving them AI, artificial intelligence. I wonder where we heard that before.
Mhm.
I stop right here. I feel like this is like the first media where AI was actually given a not so dangerous outlook. Like made it more friendly, where it's like, hey, you have these good ones and you have these bad ones, but even the bad ones aren't super bad. It's not
Yeah,
like
it's not like
iRobot.
yeah, like, "Oh, they're gonna take over the world, blah, blah, blah." It's all evil and destructive.
It's not. It's less. I'll be back and more hand rub, hand rub. uh, Dr. Light's first creation would use the Sniper Joe plans as its base. Sniper Joe was another character. Once he completed the robot, he gave it AI, and it would become the first prototype named, drumroll please, Pro- Proto Man.
Yeah.
Elsewhere in the world, Dr. Wily, another brilliant scientist, was tired of living in Dr. Light's shadow. So he would set up a secret lab where he would begin to create robots of his own. Dr. Wily then went on to steal most of Dr. Light's creations and reprogram them. Not wanting to stay down, Dr. Light modified his last two robots, one Rockman or Mega Man, and Roll.
Oh.
Roll became that, yeah, exactly. Roll became the housekeeper that you knew that you would go and buy abilities and stuff from. Or I'm sorry, let me not overstep my boundaries because I think you bought them from Doctor Light or got them from Doctor Light. I'm not super familiar with the first game.
Eh, it's kind of either or depending on
Yeah,
the game.
I know in 11 you get your upgrades from Doctor Light, but Roll is their housekeeping. Um, but Mega Man was equipped with a Buster Cannon, and he went
Mhm.
out to save all of his brothers. So Doctor
And
Light's lost robots.
for those not familiar, he would shoot yellow pellets.
Pew pew pew.
In the original, I forget when they gave them the ability to charge. but
Yeah.
at some point they gave him the ability to charge, which would become a Mega Buster shot.
Yes.
And Mega was also equipped with the copy ability, allowing him to copy the powers of the robot masters he would defeat.
Yes. And another fun fact about that, if I remember correctly, he would only shoot 3 pellets
Yes, at a time.
at a time. And then in later games after he got the Mega Buster and the ability to charge, when they introduced specials, he had the ability to do like a giant Mega Buster, which
Yeah,
was awesome.
source Mega Man X for something to see something like that because in Mega Man X, Dr. Light has set up capsules around the different stages of the Mavericks, which are the robot masters for Mega Man X. And once you equip yourself with the arm cannon, he gets a giant Mega Buster blast. It's so good.
Bro, I have
Also,
to watch. I have to watch.
also, if you weren't aware, Mega Man, as we said, like is synonymous with Street Fighter. So there's a lot of Street Fighter references, and Mega gets the Shoryuken and Hadouken and Mega Man X.
He does?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Now I really want to play Mega Man X. I feel like playing that would make Mega Man ZX make more sense. Or I should
Yeah.
say Mega Man Zero, the franchise, make more sense.
Yeah. And that's another thing about like the Mega Man games is like some of them have either references or directly connect to each other. Um so the original series, as far as I'm aware, mostly sticks to itself,
Yeah, it seems like from what I read online, it's kind of in its own ethos.
but like X has a lot of influence on like Zero X. Um Legends has a lot of reference to the OG series. Um Mega Man Battle Network references to Legends in it. And Star Force has like a combination of like different characters and whatnot, which is super cool. Right.
Sorry, I'm
Would
looking
you,
up the Mega Man games in chronological order based on the timeline. I just wanted to see if they were all connected in some way or if it was just more like they kind of did their thing and did
I
something
mean,
different.
most fan theories is that like Legends is one in a future like like a apocalyptic because the entire world and people
Okay.
airships.
All right. So, according to the Mega Man fandom page, this is how the timeline goes. You have the original Mega Man series, which is like the 20th century. So,
Mm.
um 20XX. So, 2000 to 2099. Then you have the Mega Man X series. I'm sorry. Not going to say 20th century. I'll say 21st century because, we're in the 21st century now. So, 2000 to 2099. Then you have Mega Man X, which is approximately 2100 to 2199. Then a few centuries later, you have the Mega Man Zero series. After that, a couple more centuries after, you have the Mega Man ZX series where Zero was reawakened. And then several thousand years later, you have the Mega Man Legend series. So the concept of Mega Man has run from the 2000s to probably the year 7 something something something.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I love this series, man. It's such a wild series. It was one of those things like I think we mentioned this in the Zelda episode, but like as fun as it is to think about how cool like some of the games are connected, in the end, like, does it really matter? No.
Nah. But it's still
Like,
cool to think
it's
about.
still cool to think about and like what's the most fascinating thing about that is like what I was saying is like Legends is like, very far in the future based on like what its world is. And the fact that they just like they thought about that. And like even at the time when they made it, they probably didn't really go, "Oh man, well, if we make any more like spin-off Mega Man, this is going to be like the furthest one in the canon." It still happened, which is really cool.
Yes. Now, it's time for my favorite part of the show, questions. So, Jamie,
Mhm.
what games would you recommend for people to play first?
Um, for me, it depends on like taste or preference because a lot of these games are like varied because like the original Mega Man is 2D side scroller. Um, X is kind of that, but then like they went into 3D eventually, and um, like at least especially like for Mega Man X7 and X8, they're like 3D game. Um, The Battle Network series is a good series if you wanted to. It's very easy to get into Mega Man and learn all the characters. Um, yeah, so it really depends for me. Um, but yeah, if I had to recommend one, I would Battle Network.
It's a good one to start with.
Series,
That
yeah, it's a good one to start with. There's a collection with most of the games that you would need to care. Um, and its story is very good. If you're planning on like playing them, just know that Battle Network 1 has, first game, syndrome where they were trying to figure out like what to do with what this was.
game
So
mechanics are
like
very clunky.
yeah, there's a lot of like odd decisions and, unironed um things like the internet world.
Yeah,
But I also call it like a product of its time because like as a kid, when I was younger playing Mega Man, I didn't really care. But like that's kind of the thing. Like it just kind of, depends on which how you feel.
yeah.
What
For
about you?
for me, I'm biased. Mega Man Zero ZX Collection. It's just rip the band-aid off, play one of the hardest games. Mega Man Zero and the Mega Man ZX franchise. I'm still trying to beat it to this day. Like that game is crazy hard and it takes a crazy amount of skill to play it. Like it's not off-putting. I I like the game. I love the mechanics. Like you have your dash mechanics, your upgrade mechanics where when you play with a weapon for enough time, you gain experience and actually it upgrades the weapon. You get various weapon types. It's like Metroid but for Mega Man. And it's almost like a prototype of an open world game because you didn't necessarily have to do things in a linear movement. Well, yeah, like in most Mega Man games, a staple where you can challenge any boss first, but there technically is a best order, but you could do it in any order you want.
Yeah,
So,
very open ended.
yeah, I am very biased when it comes to this. Mega Man Zero ZX collection, if you're new to Mega Man, I definitely start there and pick it up.
Yeah. All right. I realized when I looked at it that we forgot one show, but like, what's your favorite Megaman show,
What show did we forget? That depends.
Star Force.
Mega Man Star Force was its own separate show?
Mhm.
I don't know why I don't alright,
It
so
it
here's the
didn't
thing.
really run for very long, but yeah.
Here's the thing. This is why when you said Star Force as a separate game from Battle Network, I I I think I might have gotten Star Force mixed up with Battle Network because I remember watching Battle Network, but I also remember watching Star Force,
Mm.
and I remember them being similar. Star
Yeah.
Force is the one where the main protagonist, right, where the protagonist can actually combine with Mega Man, right?
Yeah, so his partner is called Omegasis, and he's an, electronic magnetic, um, wave alien, and,
Yes.
um in order to like see these beings, you need like special goggles, which Geo, the main character, had. Um, I forget the device that Geo uses.
Uh,
Um,
this makes it so much harder now because my brain literally put Battle Network, I'm sorry, Net Battlers and Star Force. I'm sorry, Net Warriors and Star Force and combined them to one show in my head. And I'm like,
okay.
"Oh man, Mega Man Net Warriors was my favorite show, but I also really liked Star Force." I'll say Mega Man Net Warriors, that's my favorite show, and
I was
I'd
gonna say
recommend
like
that.
we're probably on the same, like this is the same answer because um unfortunately like Star Force did not run very long, and I'm very sad about that because Star Force was so good.
Ran for
It
1
was
year.
so It was so good, and then they just cut the legs from it so fast, and I was so upset.
I guarantee if it had a manga, the manga ran for longer with way more detail, so
Oh, yeah, without a shred of a doubt. Without a shred of a doubt. Um, but yeah, it's NT Warrior or Net Warrior. It's NT Warrior for, the States, which is hilarious because, like, it's Net Warrior for Japan, I'm pretty sure. I don't know why they call it NT Warrior over here, but
it's a
uh,
play on net, and people just like to be difficult. That's like everyone saying Mega Man X versus Mega Man 10, the iPhone X instead of the iPhone 10 because people don't know Roman
yeah.
numerals. Naruto versus Naruto, it's Naruto.
Jesus.
You don't say Dragoon Ball Z. Like
Listen, there are some things that I'm like, yeah, I'm with you, and that's what I'm saying. But like, I
people don't say
also think,
Baruto. I mean, people don't say Baruto. They say Baruto. Like, bro, come on, be
uh,
for real. Like, come on. I swear to
oh
God, if
man,
anybody comments down below and says, "But it's Naruto," I'm immediately just going to ignore that message.
yo,
I
yeah, but
one of my pet peeves. I'm sorry.
yeah, you good, you good. But yeah, NT Warrior, Net Warrior. Like I said, it's such a good anime. When I was watching it again, I was so surprised. Like I said, I was so surprised of like how Lan was in the show versus he is in the, and like not only just Lan, like everybody else seems like
More
either,
dynamic.
yeah, they're more dynamic, but like either completely different from the game, or like they have some different nuance. And I'm like, oh, like Chad isn't just like
A
this
jerk.
douche, yeah, just a douchebag, you know? You understand why he's like that in the series. And like the game kind of gives that to you, but like it's more satisfying to actually get to see like, oh man, well this is why he grew up this way. This is why he's like this. And it's not like, oh man, he's the douchebag rival to be the douchebag rival.
Yeah, he has very much Gary Oak syndrome.
Oh my
I'm
god.
sorry. I'm sorry. Red syndrome.
No, you said it right. You said it right, Gary Oak.
Cause like eh. eh. Anyway, the hardest question now.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite character in the franchise?
Oh man,
There
this
can
is
only be
so hard.
one. There can
This
only
is
be one.
so hard because I love different characters from different series. Um, but I guess like if you were to ask me, who was my original favorite
Out
character?
of
Did
every game and
Yeah, out of
every series.
yeah, that's where I'm going. I gotta go with my boy Bass. I
Base?
love yeah, I love Bass, man. I've always
Wow.
loved Bass.
Wow, that's interesting. The dark broody type.
I don't
Huh.
know what it was about him, but he was so cool looking, and I think I remember in the show, kind of like he was just like this really like cool character, and I was like, man, I really Space is cool, and he had the whole like, you know, sometimes he would help Mega Man. Um,
He had the anti-hero thing going on.
yeah, that's kind of like, yeah, I liked him. Um, Cause like when I was a kid, like Proto Man, like show, he was like just, you know, he was just a jerk. He was just
Yeah.
like it wasn't even like, oh, it's ironic. He's just a jerk.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
Oh no.
I can't give any comments because I'm waiting for you to ask me. So,
Yeah, so I was gonna say, well, who's your favorite character in the
okay, if anyone hasn't been able to guess, my favorite character out of every one of these games and every franchise and every series is the little guy that I have sitting on my desk.
I think I know who it is.
It is not Mega Man. My
Mhm.
favorite character is Proto Man V2,
Oh,
aka Zero.
yeah, okay. Alright, cool.
Yep.
Alright.
Zero is my favorite character because he was the character I was introduced to, not first, but like he was the character I was really introduced to, like more holistically. So when I first started playing video games, yeah, I played some of the original Mega Man series because I have an older brother who born in the '80s, stuff like that. So he had all the games on a CD-ROM, and I played them on the computer. They were okay, nothing against them. They were fine. But my appreciation for Mega Man didn't really come until I had Mega Man Zero collection on the Game Boy Advance. So when I played my Game Boy Advance SP, I got introduced to Zero as the main as the protagonist, and to this day, that is my favorite franchise. He is my favorite character because he was a bad program turned good, but he's just, in my opinion, more dynamic than Mega Man. In most games, Mega Man has just the Buster Cannon, and he gets the copy ability, which lets him, like we explained earlier, copy other bosses. But that really just means that his Buster Cannon turns from like plasma to ice to fire. Like
Yeah.
uh Zero's just broken. Like he gets that ability. He has the copy ability where his blaster does all the same things that Mega Man's Buster does. Or I'm sorry, his Buster does the same things
Eh.
that Mega Man's Buster does, but he also gets a sword. He
Yeah, I was gonna
also
say
gets a bow staff. Like
his sword changes elements.
his sword changes elements. He can charge both his sword and his buster. He could charge basically all his weapons. He's a tactician and a weapons expert in every sense, where Mega Man is just like a running gun. Plus, he has his dash ability, and um, I don't know what abilities he gets in later games because I again, I'll be doing something special with the Mega Man Zero series, but yeah,
We have
he
to
is just a broken character.
we have to play X now because like one of the all of the stuff that you're
Ha
describing
ha
about
ha.
Zero,
But you
it comes
have
from
them.
yeah, I know. I was gonna say it comes from Mega Man X, but like the best thing about like character also is that they just called him. He's the S tier, Maverick Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
He's the top of the top. Um,
Uh,
there's a lot of times where he jumps in to rescue X from whoever.
yep. And he just to me, he's more aesthetically pleasing. Like personally, I think X looks better than the original Mega Man. I
Yeah,
think Mega Man EXE looks better than both of them. But I think Zero is just that top tier character. Like, there's a
he has
reason
a
he made it to Marvel vs. Capcom.
he has a blonde ponytail. What else do you want from him? I mean, like it's funny because it's like it's anime, but it's not super anime, and I love that.
Yeah, and like I'm so upset that Zero never got his own show. I don't believe he ever got his own show.
No, not from what we were looking at least.
And I'm like, how is this guy not more popular of a character? Like
I,
his
yeah,
I gotta pull it up now. Like his design is just to me god tier. Like, bruh.
I feel like sometimes when it comes to the extra cast in Mega Man, they feel like Sonic's friends in Sonic, where I mean we have Mega Man and he's the main character, like duh, of course.
Bruh,
But
look at this design. Roll's design is even better in this game. Uh, uh,
oh,
I,
that's Steel.
I'm sorry. Yes, you said that too.
Seal.
Yes, sorry. That game's version of Roll. Like, look, bruh, look. Uh, uh,
I love that's another thing too, like
I hate what Google did
that
with images. I'm sorry. Sidebar. For those of you watching, I yeah.
that goes along with what I'm saying, right? Like, you know, we love Mega Man. Mega Man's, he's the reason why the series exists. But then you have Roll, like net navi um her net navi form is so cute, but it's also of her. It makes sense for her character. Um, then you have Zero, who went from being, a Reploid, and then like in in the Zero series where he has this more sleek design. Um, and like ZX is a combination of Zero and X, so like
I can't wait
that's
to
a
get to
cool
this series.
concept. Um,
I, I'm
I
I'm
can
sorry. Like, shout out Capcom for making this character because like I think this is the pinnacle of Mega Man right here. Unpopular opinion, and I need this game to like come out with new quality of life changes. Like
this is what I beat the drum for a lot of Mega Man games. So like it's not even just Battle Network. It's Battle Network, it's ZX and Zero because I feel like they would be perfect to bring back. Star Force because bruh. bruh. I love Star Force. But then also you can make another new Mega Man game that has, you know, all the stuff that we have now in modern gaming. Like if Capcom wanted to do it, they could make a Mega Man open world game.
I'd so be here for that. I'd so be here for that.
I don't know how you would manage to do it. I don't know what direction you could take, but like as long as someone's willing and as long as the concept is good, I think it would be perfect. Like one of the things I was saying to Titan is, making an open world game isn't just, oh, you just make this character in an open world game. No, you have to offer the fans something that they're expecting, not expecting, expecting and not expecting. And um my reference to this was we were talking about Monster Hunter Wilds. um I said Capcom just can't go, oh, it's Monster Hunter but open world, because even the most diehard fans aren't going to be like, oh, I'll get it.
Yeah.
No. That's not enough. Like when The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild happened, it wasn't just, oh, it's Zelda but open world. No.
It
They
was
added
like
a
it's
yeah, go ahead.
Zelda, but open
Yeah.
world and more.
Yeah, and more.
They were like, it's
And
Zelda at night.
but like you just can't go, oh man, this game out open world, because there's so many open world games now that, like, if you were just to offer, oh, it's open world and you can do this little feature that you've been able to do in previous games, there's no incentive. No one's going to want to buy it.
Right.
So yeah.
I'm about to
If
make you
Mega
sad.
Man,
I'm about to make you
what
sad. So,
what happened?
remember how we said Mega Man Star Force only ran for 1 year?
Mm,
Here's why. The manga
mhm.
is only a trilogy. It's only three issues. And it never got a US translation.
Oh, oh, so sad. I love Star Force so I love Star Force because, like, again, Battle Network and Star Force to me are like they're just together. They're like Pokemon, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, and Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum for me. They're just a combined experience because like they offer so much and the characters are really good. The gameplay is you know good, and I got so much out of playing those games, and it's exciting to have like Battle Network as a collection, but like what if it was actually remade with quality of life changes and stuff
Bruh,
like
you're preaching to
that?
the choir. I've been begging for Beautiful Joe to make a comeback for I don't know
Yeah,
how many years now.
that's
And
another series of games where like if they were to bring it back into the world with the modern technology, it would be fantastic. And like something like, oh well, be as sort of raunchy as it was. Do you see what they're doing with Bayonetta? I'm just saying, like if Bayonetta can, and the femme fatale that she is, worries about Beautiful Joe.
yo, for real. All right, we've talked a lot. This is going to be. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a long episode because it'll probably be like an hour and 10 minutes. Because technically, all the pre-show stuff, which you had to be here on Twitch to see,
Mm-hmm.
will probably be cut out.
Yeah.
But I guess, are you ready to close, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Make sure to. No, I already said
Like, comment,
that.
and subscribe. Ring that notification bell. That way you're no. You stop playing. Check out the links in the description box below. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just kidding.
Thank
Um,
you guys so much for
promos,
coming out and
promos,
hanging out
promos,
with us.
promos, promos,
We very much
promos,
enjoy.
promos, 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 promos.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
uh, yes. what Jamie said.
We very much appreciate every time that you come out for us. Um, Shout outs to all of our people watching. So, our Tronny 215, we see you still. We love you still. You know, you keep working hard. We're here for and all of you who are watching us.
Shout out
You
to the
know,
House Shassels.
House Shadows, of course.
Shout out to the off-brand Pepsi factory.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to, the Destiny players.
Shout out to our boy Sonic Class Riot
Shout out to Sonic
and
Clash Riot.
Xena and the Heroes.
Shout out Xena. Shout out
That's right.
everybody.
Everybody, all of you. You guys make this not only worth doing, but it's so enjoyable. And it's
Good to be
I
back.
could it's good to be back, yeah. It's good to be back. All right. So, I oh, okay. All right. Got you. Yeah, yeah. Uh I have been Jamie Shadow 9.
And I have been Kitsune Sai.
And we are going to be piecing out.
Bye. Nerd guys out.
Bye. Nerd guys out.
Bye.